has to jump. They just hold though for a second. Zek in lobby. Now they're gonna just walk straight out into upper. No need for flashes. Well, but then they get one in. Edic taking a lot of time outside. Cardigan just gets a nice lineup. And now they're just gonna hunt him down. You have to feel like Edic probably should have been more decisive there. Like once he realised there wasn't really anyone there, he has to go a lot quicker. Or he has to pull back and go back to lobby. He didn't do one or the other.
So I take it that was a force buy by Moscow 5?
On that round?
Yeah.
I think it could have been because it didn't look like they had many flashes. They just tried to walk in upper. I mean, it still could have worked. I mean, like Carrigan literally had two guys line up into his shot. And Fox kind of held a bad angle where he managed to see two CTs in a spot that he wasn't even looking at because he was looking above the ladder.
Okay, M5 is going to execute in the upper now. Kale with a nice lineup on the
Edic
two first
sees
guys.
a guy's going up above ladder for ESC now.
And Moscow 5 is totally just out of timing right now. They pretty much just going one at a time, which is not working out for them. They have like no timing on their executions.
How many rounds for Moscow 5 first half?
Moscow 5 got 8 rounds first half.
Okay, so 13 to 8 ESC at the moment.
Yeah, and it's starting to look really hard. Really bad for Moscow 5.
It actually surprises me they haven't gone ramp more. I would have thought that they'd have tried like some fast ramp pushes, maybe without even flashbangs, just run straight out.
To be fair, they did that the first gun round and he was actually fairly successful. They got into ramp, but then Carrigan just got those 2 kills peeking under ladder. So they could have actually easily worked. No, Dosia. Zek already got killed in hut. Dosia is just lurking outside, kind of like Madi was for ESC on the first half. And got a little lag in there.
That was way too easy.
A couple people going down. It's down to 2 versus 5. Dosia with a kill on the Pronex. Fox needs to get this kill on the guy front hut. Not sure if he will though. He does. Dosia walking in from the connector.
He needed that kill so badly though.
But Carrigan with another kill on the Fox who comes out with a flash in hand. And ESC with only 2 rounds from sealing this game.
The guy who goes outside for M5 is just being completely ineffective at the moment. Like either he needs to actively engage the guy he's going to see around the CT red box in the warehouse, or he has to like just not go out there or hold him there. Whereas instead it just seems like they just wait forever and then just like let that guy even escape and go tower or go inside.
And M5 with a quick push on the upper. Ramke with the first kill.
And these upper pushes aren't working at all. Even if they get inside, it looks like, okay, they're taking the ground they need to, and then they never manage to do anything about the guy who's at the bomb box or on top of the hut. It's like they don't even look there first. They always look above ladder for some reason.
Yeah, that was actually looking really good for them. They look like they got a very clean entry into the site, but it also looked like they didn't really have enough flashes to throw maybe behind like the CT far vent for all the people in front rafter peeking out and swing to blind them at all. And now they would need all the remaining rounds just to tie this half.
Carrigan's going along the catwalk outside. And Dozier's on Red Rock. Let's see if they meet. They almost have. Fox below.
See if Carrigan's actually gonna peek.
I'm guessing Carrigan's just gonna hold until Calais calls. Yeah, that's basically what he does. It works out.
Yep, bar spams Edic into hut.
And then this is going to be game unless M5 can pull this out. 2v3. Ronska still with 100 health and bomb. Wait,
Still a very
Zek
doable
going
round.
outside with 68. Carrigan heading towards Mini. He's going to meet Zek any minute if he looks to the left like he's going to.
And Barbar kills Stromke in lobby, so bombs down there. And this will be around.
And there's no way to get around to the bomb in time.
And this game.
It seemed like even though M5 got the slow start, they kind of had a nice grip on the game on their CT side. So what did they fail to do on Terrace side that's most significant?
I think what they really needed, in all honesty, for this match was just one pistol round. They've now they lost 14 rounds out of the 16 they've lost without, like, early on, like in the half before getting their first round on board. Like, when you lose the pistol and the fourth round, both halves of the game, you basically go down 10-0 for no reason, like, before you even get into the game. And that is what really killed Moscow 5 this game. Edic's already left. I think they should know this match has no meaning anymore, or the rounds have no meaning anymore. And
do you think that the ESC guys did anything significant in terms of their CT setup, or do you think they were just in positions?
It looked like they played pretty much default. I think actually the key to that half were those 2 kills from Cardigan, because that was the only round where Moscow 5 really had like a legit win, a legit chance of winning the round. But those 2 kills just shot him down that round, and that could have really turned the entire half around.
Yeah, that was like another round where Moscow 5 got one of those strange situations where you walk out with no flashes, and because you take over the first part near the Mini, it looks like, oh, you're going to at least be able to take this site and then it's going to have to be a retake. But then there's actually still guys in the site who then kill you if you're not looking.
Yeah. So
actually maybe the thing that ESC did right was they didn't really counter with any aggression. They just stayed passive and allowed Moscow 5 to sort of walk out into positions where they could be killed. Whereas if you usually when the terrorists seem like they're rushing the upper site, you're also in a rush to like quickly engage them and try and kill them early on. Because you know it's going to be everyone in the site.
You know what I just actually realized is that due to the head-to-head tiebreaker, ESC is actually now going to win the group over Moscow 5. So that was actually really significant, because now ESC is going to be the team playing Def's first round, while Moscow 5 is going to be paired up against SK. And for Moscow 5, that's a terrible matchup because it's on Train as well, which is their worst map and possibly even the best map for SK.
Okay, so just to let people know, previously we had only scheduled games that just looked straight up interesting on the schedule. So we were originally only going to do this game from this group, because it was the only one that actually looked like it had any chance of like affecting anything, because the rest of the group looked fairly mediocre. So we have to decide right now, do we want to do another game from this group, or should we just tell people that we're going to do the playoffs, more of the
group's
playoffs?
Done.
Okay,
so this is the last round of the group.
That's the end of the group, but originally we had planned to skip a bunch of the lower round, the lower bracket rather, but actually we're probably going to do some of those games, especially since actually one or two of them, I mean in the second round of the lower bracket especially, will actually get quite interesting. Like you're going to see teams like, probably teams like Defining Stars, Kick versus people like maybe Pain or Existence or Isahara, so there's still potential for like competitive matchups.
Even in the first round, Moscow 5 might end up playing Isahara or Pain. There's a possibility that could happen.
And that's Nuke also, I think. The first round of the lower bracket is Nuke. So that would be actually quite an interesting matchup.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just take a little break now. The next round of matches is scheduled to begin in 30 minutes. So we'll probably be back about, give or take, 5 minutes before the matches start. So
best thing to do is look on either the ESEA thread or subscribe to, start following us on Twitter at WinoutTV, just all one word, because we'll post on both of those places when we start our each cast. We won't do every game, like we won't say we're going to do every game, but each time we start the cast we'll post it there. So you'll always be able to know within 5 minutes. And then Jacobson could shut it down now and we'll be back later. When GameGune will actually get like 10 times better.
yeah, but probably in about 25 minutes I would guess, if they stick to schedule.